Дозволете ми да го поканам да ви се обрати Хавиер Хуртадо Мира, председател на Демократската младинска заедница на Европа.
Bravo, everybody. I feel at home. Macedonia for me has been a country that I have visited for several years. It's a pleasure today to be in your Congress, guys. Thank you so much for your invitation. I know how it's important for the Youth Union of Forces to have such connection with Europe. You shouldn't accept any lecture from anybody because you are a truly European country. You should know that. Nobody should tell you. And I'm extremely proud to see many of my friends here. I see Nelo here, I see Timcho, Gojan, my vice chair endemic, Bojana. I'm very proud of the work you are doing with us. You know, it's a long time that your party is member of our organization. We were born in 1964, especially to fight communism. And I know from your history that you have been brave people fighting what is communist, that nowadays is so-called socialism, and is in your government, and that game should be over. The sooner, the better. And I'm bringing a message to your Prime Minister, to Mr. Zaev, and as well for the Albanian community in Macedonia. You should know that the real Democrats are belonging to the center-right family in Europe. We have a proud past fighting the totalitarian ideologies. And that's why VMRO-DPMNE is our partner, our friend, and our long-time freedom fighter in Macedonia. And maybe, and I know how complicated is your electoral system, and I know in some communities how they oppose to have a proper census on population. And we know all this in Brussels and in Strasbourg. And we are not going to allow this to continue happening in Macedonia, that should become a proper democratic country ruled by VMRO-DPMNE under the leadership of Christian. Christian, you are our leader. And we want you to come to Europe after the spring elections as a new Prime Minister of Macedonia to bring Macedonia into the European Union. You are our people, you are our Prime Minister, you are our leader. Christian, 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 Christian. Our endemic family, we are a political family. We are very proud of our members. You are one of our strong members, especially in the Balkan region. For us, it's very important to complete the European process. And that means that one day, the sooner the better, as I said, you become part of the European Union family. We need the conservatives, we need the Christian Democrats from Macedonia, we need the classical liberal people coming to Brussels, coming to Strasbourg, to say what you have to say to Europe. How you want to be proud still to preserve your Christian culture on such a country. We are facing a lot of international attacks, and I'm a globalist, but I'm also a patriot. And the difference between the socialist and the conservative, we, the conservatives, love our people, we, conservatives, love our nations. As you see, there is big difference as well in your country between two flags of the main political parties. The center-right, yours, is a beautiful lion, and the socialists, they have this fist or previously this communist star in their flag. They cannot really be friends of liberty. They have a problem with freedom. They want to tell us how to live, how to vote, and how to rule the country. But there is a big problem. Every time they are in government, they ruin our economies, they divide our families, and they are not having a proper international presence of our national interests in Europe on the global world. And that's a big problem. That's why we need VMRO-DPMNE back in power to implement the proper policies, to bring our families together, and to have a proper economy that stop your young people leaving the country. We want the Macedonian young people to go abroad, yes, but we want the best people of your country to be in your party, ruling this beautiful country for the good of everybody. Jovan, you have very good predecessors. Nello, my friend Luca. I know you have a big commitment to reunify your family. I know what happened to your family, and division in the center-right family is always a problem to be back in power. So I entitle you, and also Christian, to have the European support, that if we are a bridge for your people, for former members, that we can help you to reunify your family, to be back in the government, we will be happy to stand to you, close to you, and always with you. As I mentioned, international forces are trying to fight some sovereignties, especially in European countries. That is the case of your previous government. That's the case with our friend, Mr. Orban, in Hungary. And that's the case as well in Slovenia with the Conservative Party. That's why it's so important. Your family, Christian, VMRO-DPMNE belongs to the EPP. And as well, in DEMIC, we are very happy to have members from the ECR group, from the Conservatives, to have an extreme good alliance with the US, with the Conservative Party in Britain, with Poland government, and so others. And in DEMIC, we are very also happy to build bridges with our neighborhood, including Russia, Iraq, with the Christians who are persecuted in Syria and Iraq. It's very important. They have a European partner that they can really trust, that we stand for their interests, for the values, for our common principles. And I will be back to the lion issue that I like so much in your flag and in your symbol. A lion, sleeps around 20 hours per day. And as a good Spaniard, I could feel identified with that. But it's not exactly that. The lions gather together in so-called prides. And I know you are very proud people. And I do respect you a lot for that. And pride and proud is one of the main principles and value of the center-right family. Because as you say, Christian, we want the European integration for Macedonia, and we want to have good relations with your neighborhood. But it's going to be under a respect to Macedonia, and you are dignified people, proud people that have to be respected everywhere, everywhere. So, my dear Lions, my dear Youth Union of Forces, you will have in DEMIC a good partnership long in history. We are going to stand close to you anytime. We hope before the elections we are able to come here to send the European message that we want a new Prime Minister under the leadership of Christian Mikoski. And I hope we can bring this message today. We're having the EPP Congress next week in Zagreb. I will be there with some of you. And I think it's a great opportunity to show our affiliation, our common ground, and our strength to the center-right family, who is going to nominate new members there and new leadership, to make clear, in a clear message, that the young people of VMRO-DPMNE, under the leadership of my friend Jovan, you have a big commitment to the European case. It's very beautiful to see that the European flag is here, accompanying us, because, as I told you, nobody has to tell you you are European, you are purely European country. What you have to do is to have a proper strategy, to care about your members. You are so many here today, and it's a beautiful picture. And I'm sure the socialists who are in the next corner, close to us, they are going to hear to us. They are going to be sure that the time is past. We have to say, Mr. Zaev, game is over. Game is over. Just with that, a farewell word to my dear friends. Stay strong. Be like the lions you are. You are great in social media. You have beautiful women, so smart. They are the best ambassadors of your party abroad, believe me. And I'm sure your Christian values are going to rise back in Macedonia. I'm going to assure the internal problems with some ethnical issues are going to be solved under the leadership. And I will really praise my Albanian friends to say, if you really care about traditions, about your conservative values, the leader you have to vote is not ethnical leader. Is a leader who is a real conservative leader, who represents all you, your family, not because your skin, your religion, because your principles. And this leader is called Christian Mikowski. So thank you so much, guys. Fala, or I just say Baglodaram. It's a pleasure to be back here to visit your country almost every year in the last 10 years, and I really feel at home. You are a proper Christian Democrat family that makes our hearts very warm. Keep it like this, don't change. Keep your dignity high, your proudness higher, and your friendship with me, with Demik, and with our European family stronger as ever. God bless you, God bless Macedonia. Thank you.